MK Ultra and remote neuromonitoring are being used criminally, illegally through Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police. They are also using Clearview AI for illegal purposes as well on victims. I am a 3.5 year revenge retaliation, skull split, brain injury, body mutilation, medical blacklist, lie, time buying, cover up, arrest refusal, identity theft, kidnap, sex assault, attempted murder victim for revenge retaliation from Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police for speaking of their crimes back in 2019. I have been going through my identity theft for 3.5 years, and it is being done to me through the remote neuromonitoring by Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police and their drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders that they have here and are using it on me, doing this to me while deforming me, injuring me, and torturing me. Pontius Pilate O.P.P crimes. Blair Hardy, who is the boyfriend to Spencer Mills 14716, who is allegedly now in Aurelia. He is drug trafficker. He is a drug lacer. He's guilty of rapes and he's guilty of many murders here in Napanee. There is one known as Bill Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. He is a harbored inmate, sex offender, O.P.P, surrounded hands on guns to prevent his arrest, to prevent anything legal on them, and doctors as well here. And I have it on video. I'm getting this used on me, and as a result, I'm going through my identity theft and my identity changes. I am being seriously numbed down to be dumbed down on a daily basis. I'm having serious memory losses. This is how O.P.P get revenge. This is how they traffic their victims. This is how they frame their victims, use delusional, psychotic, psych patients and inmates and drug addicts and give them this shit tech, and then they let them go to town on their victims while fucking criminally injuring and torturing and committing identity theft and deforming seriously, which I have shown and proven for 3.5 years for me speaking of police crime. I have been committing doctors at Lennox and Addington Hospital. So I spoke of police crimes, and as a result, now I'm going through this identity theft. I've been criminally stalked. My mother was criminally stalked and had R&M use on her and was murdered from it through Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy back in December of 2020. Tyler Lake and his girlfriend, Holly Carlisle, are guilty of using remote neuromonitoring on my dog as well, between their pug and my lab, causing him serious harm and damage. He was just diagnosed as having cancer now from it. So congratulations, Tyler Lake, you piece of fucking shit garbage in your little Holly hole. One way or another, you're gonna fucking pay for this. You're animal abusers and you're guilty of attempted murder on me. I am the end of my bloodline. I am the end of my direct wood bloodline. You pieces of shit. So you're guilty of murdering my mother. You're guilty of my identity theft. You're guilty of all the other crimes which I have shown and proven over the course of 3 years. And you're guilty of murdering the entire Wood bloodline by doing this to me. Billy Wooldridge, highly psychotic motherfucking piece of shit. I would go to the hospital. I would tell them that my head is swelling up and I have no feeling in my head, and they were just taking it as me going there being high on drugs, which I do not do. I'm against them. I've lost too many friends and family from this shit, so I do not do drugs. 100% lie against me. Or they were thinking that I was there for whatever. There's lies against me stating about being suicidal and self-harmer. and that is not true in any way, shape, or form. Lies cast against me by Stacy, I believe it was, and she damn well needs to answer for those lies. I've never had anything to do with this bitch, and she needs to one-way answer for him. There's Stacy. She used to work here at Daily Tea Company here in Napanee, a mental health and addictions worker, and I never had any previous association with her. I went there to see her once for getting help with a woman that was causing trouble here in Napanee. I walked out on her. Next thing you know, the next day I get a meal delivered to me, and Spencer Mills and a guy from mental health shows up. O.P.P. Spencer Mills, basically to threaten me and intimidate me, let me know if I didn't stop talking about what was taking place with the crimes and everything, there'd be serious consequences, either mental health or criminal. And he was 100% right. And then I was shot by ex-O.P.P chief back in 2019 in my right ear, not with a bullet, but by something that went into my right ear. Then I went to the hospital. The lies, the time buying, the cover-up. Stacy showing up November 2019 at my CAT scans and talking to her girlfriend, Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, and then me being medically blacklisted after that, me going to other hospitals and having doctors tell me I seen your file, I seen your file, I seen your file. Falsified at that because I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years prior to anything happening to me back in August of 2019 after being shot in the ear. I have prisoner tracking on me illegally. I was falsely arrested in an attempt to give me a criminal record, and so O.P.P could get everything they needed for this identity theft against me for forgeries, framings, and frauds as well. Kidnapping me May 27th, 2021 to steal my blood and piss forced from me, and they did. All part of this forgeries, framings, and frauds against me and my identity theft. That was also in an attempt to get me help, to get me kept so I wouldn't be talking about what I'm talking about, showing what I'm showing, and proving what I've been proven by whom, how, and why. Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police here in Napanee are guilty of domestic terrorism. They're guilty of obviously identity theft. They're guilty of murdered and missing as well. They're guilty of criminal stalking. They're guilty of financial thefts and fraud, identity thefts and frauds, welfare and disability and insurance frauds with Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and Jay VANALSTINE, who they are feeding $300 a day and all the drugs that they want, conveniently through one Robert Kane. Very serious human traffickers, human sex trade, slavery traffickers, and also guilty of sodomy, sex assaults, and homicides. Ex-O.P.P chief or commander, year 2019. I was obstructed from getting his name and badge number, and I have it on video to prove it. Staff sergeants, years 2019 and 2021. I was obstructed from getting their names and badge numbers on video, and I can prove it. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Can Fuck, Can Kill, Can Get Away With It, Money Badge, Family Town Council, Lucas, 100% right. Then there is serial killer Spencer Mills, who is allegedly now in Aurelia. Half of these cops are now gone, transferred to avoid arrest, to avoid lawsuits on them, and also on O.P.P themselves for these crimes against me, and also in an two for deniability through their badge and positions. I had no association with any police in any way, shape, or form prior to August of 2019 when this started. This is not about revenge. This is not about hate. I don't hate. This is not about whatever. This is about cops committing very serious crimes and getting away with it, including ending my wood bloodline, using inmates, sex offenders, using criminals, using lies, time buying, cover ups, arrest refusals, and a lot more to get away with it. The doctors that criminally negligently co commit their crimes with and for them. So I am going to wrap this up. I just want everybody to see that I am Chris Wood and I am an identity theft victim for speaking police crimes. I live here in Napanee. And one way or another, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and Jason VANALSTINE, whether you suck O.P.P cock or not, I will see you in prison, you dirty little motherfuckers. You are good for nothing, little bastards, each and every one of you. And I will see that you pay for the murder of my mother, Blair Hardy, and Billy Wooldridge, whether you suck O.P.P not, or whether you were Hell's Angels and Bandidos or not. You will pay for what you fucking done. And my identity theft, I'm 50 years old and I'm starting to look like Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, who is approximately 30, Jason VANALSTINE, who is approximately 40, 45, and Billy Wooldridge, who's approximately 72, 73 years old, a combination of all of them together. And this is being passed around and used on me, and this is how this is being done. My whole right side is completely fucking gone. I have no feeling in my head or my face except for that spot on the back of my head, which I've had for 3 years. So congratulations, this is fucking done. Good way to start your New Year's. You killed my mother in 2020. Now you're doing this to me. Complete fucking identity theft and change, you dirty, rotten, meth-fed, fucking crackhead little bastard pieces of shit garbage. Just because you suck O.P.P dick, you're not gonna get away with this, Wooldridge or Hardy or Lake or VANALSTINE. One way or another, you will fucking pay for this, you dirty little bastard garbage, you murdering pieces of shit, good for nothing, little peon, pissant, fucking parasite, leeches, bastards. Every one of you are fucking crackheads, meth heads, and opium fucking heads, and fentanyl dealers, lacing fucking drugs, selling the drugs here in Napanee. You're pure fucking filth, and you're doing it with them for O.P.P. You're pieces of shit, along with the cops. Be safe, everybody. I am Chris Wood, and this is what happens when you speak of police crimes here in Napanee. You become an identity theft victim for framing and for trafficking and murder. I was sold for this by O.P.P. This is Chris Wood, but this is not my identity, and it hasn't been for a long time. I've been going through this for 3.5 years, and mostly right now, this is little pissant piece of shit, Tyler Lake, and his good for nothing little cocksucking boyfriend, Jason, little bastard, Gimpy VANALSTINE. I would like to kick both your fucking teeth right down your throat, you little pieces of shit, fucking punk bastards. Be safe, everybody. Love all, hate none. Watch yourselves, watch your children, watch your parents, and watch your finances. This is done to me. There's nothing I can do about this. This is how they traffic, frame, and murder, and this is done with me. So congratulations. This is a good way to start your New Year's off, O.P.P. Wooldridge, Hardy, Lake, and VANALSTINE, you fucking filth. All because I spoke and tried to save lives here in Napanee. They even have a justice of the peace to refuse arrest and block and make accusations. So beware of this, along with the doctors. They have lots of people to cover up their crimes with and for them. So be safe, everybody. Anything happens to my dog, Run, Tyler Lake, or Holly Ho Ho, you're gonna be fucked, you animal abusing pieces of fucking garbage. You fucking drug addict little pieces of shit, and that's exactly what you are. Like I said, one way or another, you will answer and pay for what you've only done to me, but what you're doing to my dog, you fucking scum. You're gonna pay for this, Wooldridge. You're gonna pay for this, you obsessed little fucking peon, Blair Hardy. I'd like to kick your teeth down your fucking throat, you little coward bitch boy, little fucking goof. And that's exactly what you are, every single one of you little bastards. You are nothing. You were born nothing. You live as nothing. You'll die as nothing because that's what you are, fucking parasite. pee on fucking garbage. You are the reason why capital punishment needs to be brought back. And you're working with it for fucking criminal, organized terrorists murdering fucking cops for drugs, money, and freedom for their revenge. You fucking low-life terrorists.